Like, I want you to get ghosted. Actually, I don't want you to get ghosted, but I want the next time this does happen, I want you to be like, bye bye. I want you to even notice before it even happens. And if it happens, you just say, go with it and say, you know what, that wasn't my person. And I believe and I have faith in the universe that my person is out there and this wasn't it. And the sooner I can get rid of these guys, these little ghosters, the emotionally unavailable, the bullshitters, the one that are not on the same page with me, that don't see me and don't connect with me, then the sooner I get rid of them, the sooner I can find my person. Thank you. Okay, so we're talking about ghosting today. And yeah, it's bye-bye time. Okay, so many women have been sending me messages saying, oh my gosh, ghosting. I've been ghosted. I can't believe this. And they've been asking me to talk about it. So I am here, and this episode is so important, because if you haven't been ghosted yet, or you haven't even heard of it, I think everyone at this point, but if you haven't, okay, let me just explain to you the situation. You are talking to someone, you feel like, oh my gosh, we're connecting, this is going to be love, or this is so exciting and everything's going amazing. And from one day to the next, they're gone. Like, they just stop texting you. You're like, wait a second, where did you go? Hopefully you got into a car accident. That's like a tragic love story, but it's not. They literally just stopped texting you. They stopped responding to you. They may have even blocked you. They just completely ghost you. They just disappear and vanish. And so this is what we need to talk about. And so much of what I keep hearing from you is that it is so sad and it's hurtful and it's hard, right? And I need to dig into that. Okay, I want you to leave this episode. If you've ever struggled with being ghosted, you are going to feel like, oh my gosh, have a different mindset where you're like, screw them. Like, I can get through this, and this is what I've learned from this. Okay, so let's dig in. When you are first connecting with someone and you are putting yourself out there, what is happening in that process? And this is something that is happening left and right, that you are not really asking the important questions. Like, think about it. The people that have ghosted you, okay, are they emotionally available? Like, were they emotionally available? Did you ask those hard questions? I want you to own your part, and something that you did or didn't do kind of led you down this path of, oh my God, like, he's awful, he's the asshole. But the moment that and I always say this, the moment I stopped saying he's an asshole, he ghosted me, oh my God, he just did this and then he left me, he's the asshole. When I stopped doing that is when I stopped giving my power away. And I was like, wait a second, I'm the asshole. Why? Because, oh yeah, I remember one of the guys right before I met Will. He was so cute. Oh my gosh. We were so I thought everything was heading amazing. But you know what really confused me? And you got to be honest about this. I don't know, but tell me, if you are getting intimate, if you're getting physical with them, that will make things so much harder. You get more attached. And then when they vanish, right, then it hurts even more, right? Because you do get more attached when you get physical. Okay, so let's say if you were actually going to follow, Coach Jackie Lore's rules, I tell you, do not get physical in that first month. Okay, and do not kiss them if you don't really know them. Kissing is really important. Holding hands is really important. Okay, so I need you to slow it down. Slow it down. Even chatting about sex is off. No. I want you to talk about things and emotionally connect that has something to do with sex, okay? And nothing about intimacy. And if you keep it on the level where you're really getting to know them and asking those hard questions and seeing, oh my God, are they available emotionally? What is their family like? What is all this? Honestly, I bet you that person wouldn't ghost you. If you think about the people that are ghosting you and the people that are doing it, okay, is it just surface level? It's like this bullshit, okay, beep, whatever. I'm trying to get better with this cursing, but do you know what I'm saying? It's like staying on the surface, not really real. It's not digging deep. It's not going under the surface to show who you really are and to see who they are, okay? I need you to challenge yourself and say, you know what? This person ghosted me. But what was my part in this? Okay? How long were you talking to this person? Look back at your chats. Look back at your chats and see what was said. Was he emotionally attached to you at all? Was it just superficial? Hey, how was your day? Oh yeah, I was busy. Oh yeah, I was thinking of you. Like, what were they thinking about? Like, wait a second. Tell me deeper what was going on in your day. Oh, I was stressed out. I had this hard time. This, whatever their actual dreams are, whatever the real thing. Are you talking about the real things, or is it just surface level BS? I want you to look back and be like, wow, I should have dug in deeper. Maybe I don't even know who this person really is. I was in love with the idea of who he could have been, or I was in love with, or just liking being wanted and liking the attention. And oh my gosh, someone's talking to me. And oh my gosh, this is exciting. Sometimes I think, and I know this, and I've been there, you want it so badly that you don't see the writing on the wall. You don't even want to see it. Do you know what I mean? And I need you to call yourself out. Okay, this is what I do. And I love to do it because I want to see you succeed. I want you to find love, right? But so many times, if you're doing things always in a certain way, you can't even realize it. So this is why you need to go back, right? Okay, I want you to look at your chats. I want you to see what happened with that guy that ghosted you. I want you, instead of saying he's the asshole, say, how could I have been the asshole? Okay. And then how did you handle it? How did you react to it? Okay. This is so important because there is something to be said about if someone ghosts you, how are you responding to it? Okay. I know I'm tough love. I know what I'm saying. And maybe some of you are like, oh my gosh, this is so harsh. I know, but this is what I like. Honestly, we don't have much time and I need to dive in hard on you because I want you to leave this episode feeling empowered and being like, you know what? Hell yeah. Let me look back at this because you can't change the guy that's ghosting you. You can't, but you can change the way that you are interpreting it. Is just because he ghosted you doesn't mean you're not enough. That's this is so important. You are. There's something there that is making you feel like you're not enough. And that is something deep within you that you're giving him that power to make you feel that way. If you really saw it in the way that I am all about, your person wouldn't ghost you. So that guy ghosted you. That means he's not your person. It's bye-bye time. That's it, guys. That's it. Keep it going, ghost. Boo. You know what I mean? This is fine. You would just keep it going. But something is stopping you from seeing that. Something is making you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. Why didn't he love me? Why can't anyone love me? This is where I need you to stop and think about this. Okay. So yeah, I can tell you the steps right now. Okay. Number 1, look back at your chats, see how you played a role in not really getting to know him or not really getting that emotional connection, right? Or even if you did get an emotional connection, maybe something that you could have found out that he's really not available emotionally. Were there signs that he wasn't over his ex? Or maybe he has baggage with his family and hates them all, which, by the way, is a huge red flag. Are there signs? Are there things that he said that you could have maybe dug and probed deeper and you're like, oh shit, I should run for the hills, but you kept staying there? What I'm trying to say is that there were flags that he wasn't your person. And in the end, actually, this is the way I look at it. And I know I'm a half glass full kind of person, but him ghosting you is a favor for you. Because I'd rather him ghost your ass in the beginning of this dating time versus, oh yeah, like a year of your life or whenever. You know what I mean? Because normally the ghosting happens in the beginning initial stage, right? Even before you got physical. And I want to hear back from you guys. You know, I want to and a lot of you listen to this, and I love how you find me and track me down on Instagram, the Jackie Lore, and find me and say, oh my gosh, whatever, but ask me things there too. Okay. Because I want to know, honestly, are you able to call yourself out and say, you know what, I'm going to take a step back and let me look at the chat and let me see what my part was. And could I have found something sooner? And why does this hurt so much? Why? Did you really know him? Did he really know you? And him ghosting you, is that something that tells you, oh my God, you are just unlovable? You know, these are the things that I want you to ask yourself about and call yourself out and be like, you know what? I got to do some more work on me. I want you to get ghosted. Actually, I don't want you to get ghosted, but I want the next time this does happen, I want you to be like, bye. I want you to even notice before it even happens. And if it happens, you just say, go with it and say, you know what? That wasn't my person. And I believe and I have faith in the universe that my person is out there and this wasn't it. And the sooner I can get rid of these guys, these little ghosters, the emotionally unavailable, the bullshitters, the one that are not on the same page with me, that don't see me and don't connect with me, then the sooner I get rid of them, the sooner I can find my person. Thank you. Thanks. Keep it going. Bye. I know that, this may sound a little insensitive. I know that I'm not trying to say that your emotions aren't there. I know you may be hurting, and I know how that feels, and I've been there, and it sucks to feel like, what's wrong with me? I'm not enough. And I remember that feeling of I am so crazy about you, and oh my God, we had something here, and then you're gone. And I'm telling you, what lies after this, the love that I actually have with my person, with Will, blows all of that bullshit out of the water. That's the good news here. But I'm trying to say that in the moment where you're there hurting, yes, it sucks, but I made it to the other side. And I'm trying to tell you that trust, this guy is not your guy. This ghost, he ghosted you. Screw him. Bye. And what is waiting for you is so freaking beautiful, so amazing. It's like magic. And you will be like, oh my gosh, Jackie, I can't believe this exists. And you won't be ghosted. You will never question, does he love me? Is he into me? You won't be wondering if you're good enough, because he will always tell you and show you he loves you and adores you just the way you are. This is the beauty of this episode, and I love it because yes, ghosting happens, and yes, when someone ghosts you, it sucks. But I hope that you take from this episode that you're freaking badass. And just because this guy ghosting you doesn't take away from how freaking amazing you are. This guy, it's his loss. Bye. He has his issues. He saved you a lot of time. And I want you to handle this, to react in a way where you're very intentional. And you're like, you know what? He was immature to do that, actually. It's really a lack of maturity. And do you really want to have a partner like this? Okay? So don't try to blow up his phone or try to and oh my God, he's an asshole. Can you believe this guy? No. Let's take that other road. Okay, because when you're putting fuel to that fire, can you believe it? And talking to your friends, he ghosted me, I just can't believe it. You're giving that guy so much power, and he doesn't deserve it. Do you see what I'm saying? It's bye time. Instead, take the road where, oh my gosh, I was talking to this guy, everything was going awesome, I thought. But like, then he just vanishes. Like, this is bullshit. Like, you know what? But at the same time, I dodged a bullet. Because you know what? For sure, he was hiding things from me. For sure, he's not emotionally available. And bye-bye. Okay, universe, I'm ready for whatever is waiting for me. But it wasn't that. Do you feel the energy change? It's like you are still in control. You have your power. You're not giving him your power. You're not going to be. And you know what? You can say, hey, you know what? And I probably should have asked some more questions there. There are some red flags now that I think about it. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. When he said he hated his family, oof, that's not a good idea. I should have said bye-bye. I should have been the one to say bye to him. And I wouldn't have ghosted him because I'm a mature, badass woman, right? I would have just said bye-bye. But this is something that you can take pride in yourself and say, okay, next time I'll do better. Like, you know what I mean? I hope that this is resonating. I hope that you're like open. I hope that you're like, okay, I'm ready to call myself out. Look at those chats. Look at who has ghosted you? What was their Instagram profile like? Like, I want to know, like, seriously, are they sharing their personal stuff with you? That's important, by the way. I've been hearing too, like, if you ask someone, oh, I want to know more about and they're hiding things, that's a sign. He's going to ghost your ass. Like, I'm just saying, you want to make sure a guy is emotionally available. He's transparent. He is open to share all of himself. And I'm not talking about his body, his naked body. I'm talking about his life, his passions, his family, all the things, right? That makes him him. And if he's not sharing that stuff, if he's walls up, that's a huge sign that he is going to keep you at arm's length, and it's going to be easier for him to ghost your ass. Okay? So this is a way where the more you show up, not guarded, I don't want you to go into relationships or into any chats thinking, I got to protect myself. No! Be hard on your sleeve. Don't be guarded, but you have to make sure that you are putting yourself out there. You're asking the real questions. You are finding out about them. Don't ignore the red flags. Okay? Dig deep. Find out those things. Don't get physical. I know it's like 3 million rules. You're like, Jackie, it's too many rules. But I promise you, then you'll be prepared, okay? And you're not going to react like, oh my gosh, I'm not enough. You're going to be so intentional by the way you're navigating these chats. You're in control. You're not like, oh my gosh, I don't know what happened to me. You're just like, I've got this. So, okay, if all of this, I love talking to you like this, but I would love even more to meet you live. I am doing a free workshop. 3 fatal mistakes to avoid when dating. And this applies to all of you. I know I've done it 3 million times. We get to interact on my personal Zoom room. I hope you join me. You have 3 days you can choose from. January 18th, January 19th, January 20th. And there's 3 different times on all 3 days. Okay, so no excuses, you guys. Like, be there. If you are open to actually learning a new way to date, to call yourself out, to spend some time with me, and I will give you advice right there on the spot. You tell me personally, oh my God, this is what's happening in my life. That's the mistake that I'm doing right now. And I can tell you. Okay, so if you're excited about it, as much as I am, because I'm so excited about it, sign up. Click the link. You'll see it there. JackieLore.com. You can go in there and register for my workshop. I hope to see you. It's free, and it'll be an hour of your life that you will be so happy you went. So I hope that you guys are feeling empowered. I hope you guys know how beautiful you are, that you are enough, that you don't settle. And these ghosts, the people that ghost you, don't give them your power. You're freaking amazing, and that's their loss. Okay? Sending you so much love. Don't settle for anything, because remember, it has to be crazy love or nothing.